don't have any kind of patience for people. You're an angry woman. That's probably true. Good morning, welcome back. It's Monday morning, it's about 8:30 and I'm in my pyjamas, but I'm going to start work. I've got quite a lot to do today because I've got all my parcels to do for the weekend, and we've got an auction viewing this afternoon, and it's going to be hot this week, so I've got to try and get it done before it gets too hot, and I want to show you the bits that we picked up at the weekend as well, so I better get on. If you're new around here, my name's Kirsten. I buy and sell vintage, antiques, collectibles, secondhand, anything I think I can sell online, on eBay, on my website and in antique centres. And I do gentle vlogs about life as a middle-aged woman working from home, trying to make enough money just to get by, spend time in the garden with the dogs and with my husband. So if you like a gentle vlog just about life and you like to see a few bits and bobs that I pick up, then please subscribe. Right. Let's show you the bits that I picked up at the weekend. While we're in the conservatory, here's a couple of pickups. So we got these 2 chairs, pretty sure they're Urkel ones, although there's no label, but they look like Urkel chairs to me. So we got those 2 and that green planter as well. We also picked up the bits at the front of this table, not the back. Those are bits I've had a while, but the brass bits and the Nottingham Building Society money box. So those were bits that we got at the weekend. A couple of pictures as well, a little Lowry picture and that big print there as well. And the rest is in my office. Let's have a look. It was a much quieter weekend because this is all of Saturdays and Sundays. So, and we went to 2 car boots on Sunday. So compared to last week, this is nothing. The bread bin's from last week, so that's not included. I got some nice tins. Quality Street seemed to be a repeating theme. So I got this one and that nice one at the back, the rectangular one there as well. A lovely blue enamel teapot. Oh, I love this. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the top. There's like little bluebirds on the window. Love that. Some little spice jars to go with the condiment set that I showed you last time. So that was pretty much it on Saturday, but we did get those things that I just showed you, those chairs and bits and pieces. I'm just trying to move this bread bin so that I can show you this picture. Oh, I love this. Hang on, let me grab it. Darren saw it but puts it back down again because look at the state of this. That is awful framing, but I love it. So I'm going to have to find a new frame for that because that has got to stay. So yeah, bits and bobs there from Saturday. Tins and a, look, Garfield. And then Sunday, a lovely box. It's got Gustav Klimt vibes, hasn't it? I don't know if that's a Gustav Klimt print. I don't think it is. I think it's just in the style of. Fab puff in there. A few books. This looks good. Book of Hours. Look at this. Hang on, it's going to flick on any page apart from one that's illustrated. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful pictures. I'll find some more in a second. Oh, it's typical, isn't it? Typical. Here we go. Yeah, so that's that. Tarot cards for fun and fortune telling. And then that's a box set of books. And then various bits of studio pottery. I got a few bits for myself. So I got a nice long mirror because I don't have a long mirror. Sometimes it's nice to see what you look like, isn't it? And in your outfit. So that's going to go upstairs somewhere. And then I also got a few bits of clothing. Hang on, let me put the phone on the tripod and I'll show you these. I just quickly got dressed. Ooh. Put that down there. Yeah, I got 3 bits of clothing from the car boot yesterday. What I try and do is I look, because I've got absolutely zero style, I try and look for people who look like they've got a bit of style and look nicely, how I'd like to dress if I had some style. And then I go and see what they've got. And so there was this lady, and she's very much sort of Lagan-looky kind of a lady look, dressed sense, you know? I just am useless, I really am. Anyway, I bought myself some tops. I got this one, it's a white stuff one. It was £2. Not sure about the sleeves because they've got a sort of coffee bit going on, so it's not really summer, but this is my favourite colour. This sort of turquoisey, bluey green colour. I love it. And I think I can pull that off. So I haven't tried it on, we'll see. And then the others are like oversized things that I'm trying to like change my wardrobe to sort of more oversized. Now this is really big, but I'm thinking if I can get a whole outfit. Okay, let me step back. Oh no, there's all things in the way. One minute. Okay, I'll try and avoid things on the floor. I know it's really big and it's really oversized, and at the moment I'm really not sure about it, but if I can build up a few bits, it doesn't go with this dress. I just don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. That one is Zara, but I really like it's like a bluey grey, feels linen-y. Let's see. Should we look at the cotton content? It's all in Chinese. 20% linen, 80% lyocell, whatever that means. Plastic, I guess. And then this is a new collection. I don't know who makes that. This was £3. Again, this is an oversized shirt. 100% lino, made in Italy. Is that linen? Lino? I don't know. Anyway, I quite like it. I like the colour. It's a sort of sagey green colour and it's linen. Needs a wash, but yeah. We'll see. Oh, and she also gave me, the lady who had that store, some bags that she made. She just gave them to me. We did buy a load of pottery and stuff from her. So isn't that gorgeous? It's got like foxes on it and flowers and stuff. And she gave me 2. Beautiful. I love those. Bargain. And I think those 3 bits of clothing she let me have for £6. So, I mean, even if one of them works out, it's a bargain. eBay is incredibly quiet. Yeah, I don't think we're the only ones to say it. So a couple of books, The Cross and the Bomb and Extraordinary Insects. Those 2 are going out. A little job lot of OXO tins, that one, and that one. A couple of these. They're like a safety device for children's car seats. This little figure, little Radley purse that I bought last week. Oh, one of these Walter Boss figures, the little elephant, that one sold. A nice mug, that's a pretty one, isn't it? That's gone. And, oops, turned them the wrong way around. These 2 leather, hang on, that's it, horse brasses. I'm surprised at that actually. I bought these, I did pay up a little bit for them and thought, oh well, I've wasted my money on that. So I listed them fairly high because I didn't want to waste my money, and they've sold. So yeah, not bad. The one was one other thing, need to find it. The one other thing was a Australian souvenir tablecloth, which sold for about £12, which I'm very surprised at. I think I got it in a job lot of like tea towels and all that sort of thing. So yeah, very good. I've packed all my orders. So thank you to Linda, Leslie and Carol. Those will be on their way shortly. And Jilly, who ordered last week. Thank you so much for your support. I am now going to put some of this stuff away so that I'm not falling over it in my office. And then I'll pick out some bits to put on my website. See you in a minute. Right, I've picked out a few bits for you for my website. There's a few tins. Not much studio pottery, you'd be surprised to hear. Anyway, let's just get started. We'll start with the tins. So I've got a couple of Quality Street tins. There's this one, which is the sort of traditional shape. Sorry, that way round. It does have rust spots and stuff on it, but it's a really lovely. There's something about Quality Street graphics that are just really, really cool. So that one, and then this one. I'm going for all the different shapes and sizes. This one's a bit more modern. Again, rust marks and sort of sticker marks and things like that, but it's still kind of really cool. Let's see if that one's got a date on it. 91, that one underneath. Whereas this one's probably, I don't know, 70s, something like that. Then I have this gorgeous tin. That's sweet. Take the home sweet home, it says along the side, and it is Harry Vincent Limited. Have we heard of Harry Vincent before? I don't know. Might have to do a bit of research on that one, but that is so sweet. So there's that tin, and then this one. Oh gosh, so lovely. I think those graphics remind me of the Hummel figures. It's that similar kind of, is it 50s kind of vibe with the birds there. Thorns, that one. Absolutely love that one. And then moving on, something of very much more 80s, Garfield. I grew up with Garfield when I was 11, 12-ish. I think I covered all my books in Garfield wrapping paper. Did you have to do that? Did you have to wrap up your school books in wrapping paper? Kids these days, they don't know these things, but it was great. All my books were covered in Garfield wrapping paper. I think I used to go to Ford's to get my wrapping paper. Don't even know Ford's exists anymore. Anyway, does it say who it's made by? No, it just says Garfield. 1978. I think that's what it says. It does have some issues. He's got some little chips. There's a little one there. Where else? There's one on his hand there. There might be, oh yeah, and another one just there on his foot. And the stopper has got a bit corroded. But still, love him. Takes me back, I don't chip him anymore. It takes me back to my childhood. Right, and then I've got a couple of these bits, which are Moorland Chelsea Works Burslem. Anyway, there's a mug with a cow. It's a spongeware design I like. Really nice if you're into cows. That's the mark underneath. Doesn't look like it's ever been used. Very pretty mug. And then there's a jug in the very similar, but with chickens this time. Again, it's the same maker. Isn't that lovely? So those two are going on. Then my only bit of studio pottery this video is this gorgeous little jug. Now, I have a feeling that I've had something before with this overlapping circle pattern on it. Can't remember. Really pretty. It's a strange little jug because, so here's your handle there, but the spout is slightly off center. Can you see? So there's the handle. The spout goes slightly that way. So you're doing that. But really pretty little thing. I mean, I would just use that as a bud vase, but you could use it as a jug if you wanted to. Is there a maker's mark? Don't think there is, actually. It just looks very familiar, these overlapping circles in the glaze, but anyway, that one's going up. Then I've got a tray for that. Sort of bargeware looking, or even Russian lacquered, but it is just a tin tray with these flowers. There's one tiny little chip there. Can you see it in the enamel? Just try not to get the glare of my phone too much there. Look, really pretty. There's the back. Just thought that was nice. And then another thing, I have this mirror. You see my pictures. And it's got this very sort of, what do we call that? North African, I guess, sort of pattern on the brass, etched into the brass. It's a small mirror. It's got a hook there for hanging. I just thought that was rather lovely. A bit different. And then finally, I have got the little spice jars that go with the condiment set that I showed you, I think in my last video. There is 6 of these. So they're very sort of American diner, made in Italy. Yeah, look cool in a very sort of 60s style kitchen, I think. And they're very clean. They look good. They've got the holes in the top like that. Yeah, and that's everything today. Okay, so things I need to do. I need to get these things photographed and onto my website. I still haven't put that stuff away, so I need to quickly tidy up there. I need to grab a few things because we're going to head into the antique centre before we go to the auction viewing. So I'm just going to put a couple of things in a bag. I need to have some lunch, feed the dogs. I need to get my stuff ready for the auction viewing, make sure I've got a pad of paper and some pens so I can make some notes, and got to do all that in the next hour. So I think there's cue some Benny Hill music, but anyway, I'll let you have a little look at the garden while I do that. My purple poppies have come out. They are absolutely stunning. On Friday night, no sign of them. Get up at 4:15 on Saturday morning and there is half a dozen of them all flowering, but they only seem to last one day and then the petals fall off. Luckily there's quite a few, so looking so beautiful. All my salvias are flowering apart from the blue ones, which are a very different sort of leaf to them, so we'll see whether they come out, but looking beautiful. We're still having rabbit problems. It's a work in progress there because they keep nipping the tops off flowers and plants and stuff, which I am not happy about. But we live in the countryside. These things happen. Lunch was had, dogs have been fed. I've just squirted myself with some Italian neroli perfume. Other perfumes available on my website, all natural, vegan, etc. Have a look. Also beautiful wax melts, if that's your thing. Check them out. All made by my friend down in Devon. Right, I haven't listed this stuff, but I've started working out prices. I've packed a few bits to take with us. The sun is shining. Oh, better shut that window. And then we'll get going.
J-E-N-E-Z, Carl's East Jennifer up there. Is it? No, Carl's East Jennifer. Yeah, that means that because after the Second World War.
we're home. The antique centre was shut. I messaged the owner and he's got food poisoning, so we didn't pop in there. We did go to the auction viewing, had a look around. It's quite crowded in there, so it's very difficult to video in there, but I did take a little bit. And then we come home and it's very hot. It's quite windy, so I can't really take you around the garden and show you stuff and talk at the same time because the wind is blowing so heavy, really, really strong. So all the sort of pink pom-pom poppies are coming to an end, and quite a few of the plants have no poppies left, just the seed heads. Normally in a poppy I would just leave it be and let it dry out in situ, but it's all in the row where the lavenders are growing, and I feel like it's inhibiting the growth of the lavenders. So I think I'm going to pull them up, cut off the seed heads, store them and hope that they dry out so that I can spread the seeds, because I want the lavenders to have a chance to grow. So I think I'm going to do that. And then there's that bed where I just sort of scattered random seeds, and at the moment the gypsophilia is looking so pretty, and then in amongst it is some Californian poppies, and then there's these other little, I think they're another sort of Californian poppy, but they're just a lighter sort of pinky orange colour rather than the bright orange. They look so lovely. But yeah, it's going to get really, really hot. Today's not too bad, but the next couple of days are going to be really hot, so pacing ourselves. I might actually move stuff away from the window a little bit so that I can shut these curtains to stop the heat coming in here, so then maybe I can still work in my office in the afternoons. Otherwise it gets incredibly hot in here. There's a plan. Still need to sort out this stock, so maybe that's the next thing I need to do. I'm going to sit down for a minute. When we're in the antique centre, no, when we're in the auction viewing, people just get on my nerves. I've got so much less tolerance for people than I ever have. A couple of people just taking up a lot of space. It's very cramped, and when there's multiple shelves of stock in boxes, and if you take ages looking at every single item in every box, you don't really give anybody else a chance to look at stuff. So that was getting on my nerves. Some guy was on his phone. He was obviously looking at stuff for somebody else, and they were just having this conversation. Well, it says this. I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. You're breaking up. Can you hear me? Can't hear you. I'm breaking up. Can you hear me? And this went on for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, he can't hear you. Switch your phone off. Go outside. Do whatever you have to do. But stop bloody shouting into your phone in front of everybody, because it's really annoying. I've got zero tolerance. This is why I like to spend as much time as possible at home with my husband and the dogs, because they're far less annoying. Full stop. I don't have any kind of patience for people anymore. I think that maybe working in retail for like 30 years, I've used up all my patience and all my tolerance for people's weirdness, and it's just all gone. I just have to walk away from people now. They annoy me. It's like when we go to the car boots. I really love a car boot early in the morning. Once it starts getting busy and there's lots of people just ambling about, just having a little mooch around the car, no, I've got to go then, because don't be ambling. We got things to do. We got places to be. No ambling at the car boot. So yeah. I mean, Darren says, oh, you give all this calm exterior, but really, you're an angry woman. It's probably true. Sneak. Shut my curtains. It's made the room all red. With every intention of doing some work, but my internet is failing me. So I've got a very good excuse to get myself a cold drink and have a little lie down, I think. Thank you very much for joining me today. Hope you've enjoyed my little vlog. And if you could leave me a thumbs up and a comment, it really does help. If you can't think of anything to say, just a flower emoji would be great. And if you've got this far and you haven't subscribed, then please think about doing so. Anyway, thank you so much to the members on my channel. Support always means a lot, and thank you to anybody who orders on my website. I hope you're managing to stay cool. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Oh, for God's sake, woman.